Alright guys, for today's video, if you guys grew up with SpongeBob, you guys have seen that it's not the best nowadays. And why is that? Well, we're about to watch the worst redesigns of all time. I know that that made no sense, but it's true though. The new SpongeBob is technically a redesign of the old one. So let's get straight into it.
You know the quote, "Be the change you want to see in the world"? Well, I'm pretty sure when it was said, it meant everyone except the people who made the Bob the Builder reboot.
There's a Bob the Builder
About a month
reboot?
ago, I made the mistake of asking people on Twitter what they thought the worst redesign of all time was, not realizing that it was home to the most passionate Bob the Builder fandom on the entire planet.
3.9 mil?
Spammed with an army of blue check marks, copy-pasting the exact same tweet about Velma and April O'Neil, as if they're allowed to have an opinion.
Oh my god, I forgot about the Velma one. Why did they do that with Scooby-Doo, bro? I remember Scooby-Doo was one of my favorite shows. I would always tune in for Cartoon Network whenever, I think it was like, it would play after Ben 10. I would always be there watching it, but I don't know why they went like with the whole woke shit's going on with the Velma and stuff. I didn't like how they make Shaggy black. Actually, I didn't really mind it because I didn't watch it.
On anything when they literally pay for Twitter and the other half are porn bots. And I don't want to talk about any of that weak shit, okay? I'm talking about how you can see the exact moment the guy who was designing Mega Man got divorced. As I'm sure we all...
Whoa, what happened there?
Okay,
no. This is the Mega Man I remember. This one was okay. This, I don't even know who this is, bruh. I just don't know who this... No, this is the one I grew up with. I don't know who this and this one is. Who is bro? You are not part of the team.
Divorced. As I'm sure we all know, people who start...
No. They got Wildcats?
Historically really love change and have absolutely never freaked out and overreacted about things not looking exactly the same.
Okay, I never knew I was this
time.
passionate until I'm seeing this video now.
Kicks Thundercats in the balls.
Thundercats, that's what it was.
Off, and then it throws the balls on the ground after pissing on the balls.
Now, maybe I'm just used to it because, like, a
Dragon
lot
Ball
of stuff
Z,
I grew up with.
Dragon Ball GT, oh my god, Vegeta.
Design as it was, like, harvesting all of my pocket money by
Samurai, and
like, you know, as a kid,
what was the pirate one? What was the Power Ranger Power one? The pirate one? Jesus Christ.
True interest was sinking thousands of my parents' savings into Bionicles. All of these guys went through like a new design every year with gradually fluctuating levels.
Oh, I had that one. 2015 one. This is the one I had. That's a long time
levels
ago.
Of elbows. So, you know, between being a Power Rangers fan and my absent father, I kind of just got used to never being attached to anything. And now you get to experience what being on a first date with me is like, because I'm going to talk about Ben 10 for 30 minutes. There was not a single miss in the OG show, okay?
Exactly.
Every single alien wouldn't be safe to eat because they're also fucking raw. And then, like, even when they did the sequel series, Alien Force, and changed the entire art style, I still think pretty much every redesign was a glow-up as long as we don't talk about Rip Jaws.
Oh my god, they did my boy dirty.
But then, when they made the fourth show Omniverse and changed the entire art style again, they suddenly...
Okay, this is the one I didn't mind. I genuinely liked it, especially with the whole multiverse of Men 10s. I don't know why people hate on this. This giving me Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man vibes. Everybody hate on it, but this is really my go right here. This is my go.
That all of these fucking suck actually and went out of their way to redesign.
Okay, no. Some of these I do understand. I low-key don't like the redesigns too, but the show was fire. I'm gonna
single alien in the entire series, and also retroactively canonized that all of them used to be butt-ass naked. Even the aliens that started out looking the same would show up with the most dog-shit redesign of all time a few episodes later. Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Possibly top my goat Swampfire. So
okay, I liked this Swampfire. I like the way he had like a little strips and stuff on it. And then look at this bullshit.
An entire episode
turning
him into complete
there it
shit.
is.
Like the ones that got the biggest upgrade were the ones that already looked like shit to begin with. Like when your alien starts out by looking like a red ball sack, the only place to go is up, really. But it wasn't the only show to redesign the whole cast in between seasons, like Jake Long, American Dragon, being another tragic victim of the Ozempic epidemic.
I don't remember this. Yo, did I grow up watching season 2? Oh no, I'm not an OG of this show. Oh my god.
You look at like the Mystery Incorporated Scooby-Doo gang compared to the series that came out 5 years later.
Oh, yo, when this shit came, I know I'm pausing this a lot, but I'm really reminiscing. I was passionate about my show. Stop playing with me. I swear, when I first saw like an episode of this out of nowhere, and I just turned on my TV to see if Cartoon Network was still going, I thought this was like a parody because I did not believe this were the new Scooby-Doo.
That looks like a Family Guy cutaway gag. And wait, before you pretend to go to the bathroom, let me just talk about Ninja Turtles, okay? TMNT's a series that's been around for a while.
April O'Neil is so bad.
Changes, really. Like, they've had a lot of different versions, sure, but generally they keep to looking pretty much the same, like 4 identical turtles.
This is the one I grew up with.
Bang a human.
Do you sometimes wish that April was...
They're not the only one who's trying to do that.
Is a turtle?
Oh, bro, I've been trying to talk her into an interspecies relationships for months now.
Chill, man.
Until Nickelodeon did Rise of the TMNT, where they made the turtles actually distinct
Okay,
from one another.
that's the thing though. I genuinely like this one. I like the anime vibe it was given. I'm not gonna lie, it had a W vibe. I liked it.
For the first time ever, which caused absolutely no issues with the most tolerant fan base of all time.
People really didn't like this? I mean, yeah, I guess like the redesigns are different, but it's like, I like the animation. Isn't this the one where they go against Shredder and there was like a whole, it was like blowing up on TikTok about like all like the little animation shit? That's what I like, me personally.
He hates me!
No, little dude. Honest.
Hold on, hold on. I hate him.
Same thing happened with the new movie they did, where these guys were losing their goddamn minds.
Oh, what the is that April? Now, something I didn't do with this new one is I didn't watch it. So, if I do hate on it, it's coming out naturally. I did not watch the movie. But y'all let me know if the movie was good in the comments, you know what I'm saying? I'm really interested to know.
Over the fact that they made April O'Neil not as hot as she
Yeah! This is the one, you know, I'll say, this is how I found out I really love women. Well, no, this is not how I found.
she was in the original show, because apparently the only thing that makes good character design to these people is how easy it is to jack off to it. Which, like, don't even look that bad when you look at, like, the Michael Bay ones that look like Craig from Halo Infinite, okay? Suddenly Raph looking like Sonic Boom Knuckles isn't that bad, alright? And oh yeah, remember that time they tried to redesign the entire main Sonic?
Okay, let me defend this one. Let me defend this one too. I like this one too. I liked it. Y'all can comment down below. Yeah, if y'all hate it, you know, go ahead and roast me in the comments. But I personally like this Sonic series.
Cast by drowning them in toilet paper and anabolic steroids. I love
I
Tails.
forgot they
I
did
love Amy. Sonic is also there too. But that Knuckles is not it, bro. And, you know, they might not look that different to any normal person watching, but you gotta understand, okay? These are Sonic fans we're talking about.
I want Sonic's arm to not be blue.
It's not like shitty redesigns and cartoons are a new thing anyway. Like, there was this 80s
the
show
Teen
called Captain N about a dude who teams up with a bunch of NES characters, where in every episode I feel like I'm on the top page of Pornhub because all I'm seeing is so much ass.
Simon Belmont, Kid Icarus, Mega Man? You guys aren't
That is not Mega Man! What did they do to Mega Man? That is not Mega Man, bruh.
Thing with like redesigned corporate logos, right? Where
Oh
for some
my
reason
God.
every couple decades any company with a really successful and
Okay, wait, we gotta go back. Some of these... Okay, we got Logitech. Logitech. I feel like this is a good redesign. Look at this. We have Facebook. We have Facebook. I prefer the darker Facebook in my opinion.
every couple
We got Premier League. Then Premier League. Now, me personally, I prefer the line standing on the soccer, you know what I'm saying? I prefer this one. This one's more tough, more aura.
decades
This one, Lenovo basically lost its font. This is just something you can just type out with default fonts.
is any
Honestly, Spotify probably had the best glow up. Like, we went from this to this. This is probably the best glow up.
company with a really
Look at Airbnb. That's another W glow up.
successful and easily recognizable logo feels compelled to order
Pepsi,
this contractually
Twitter,
mandated
X.
downgrade where they piss away
X
literally
shit. Bro, they deleted the Firefox. What? Where's the Fox? It ain't even Firefox now. It's just Fireball. They could have just named that Fireball. Might as well just take the Fox out the name.
wait literally millions of dollars to suck out
Whoa. Smuckers? Smackers? Oh, wait, isn't this the underwear thingy? I think I have those underwear. No, I'm wearing Puma right now. I used to
all of the
buy
sauce
those though.
until
Yahoo. Yeah, okay, I gotta say, yeah, this Yahoo looks better, in my opinion.
they look like a fucking accounting.
Oh my god, wait, I recognize this account. I didn't know that's how its logo looked. Y'all see that logo? Traveling Tales? And then this one's Traveling Tales. Okay, to be honest, I prefer this one. That's because I grew up on it.
Like, look at Petco, bro. They killed the
Petco?
fucking
I knew something was off. I knew it. I was like, wait, wasn't there an animal? Or was there another pet-related store that had animals in it? I knew something was off.
dogs. Gap unironically hired some guy to open Microsoft Paint and then chuck the default font in a blue square in the corner, which cost them $100 million bucks and then didn't even last a week before they changed it back. Sometimes it's for the best, though. Like, you ever see what the
Shitty
old Ronald McDonald used to look like?
Oh my god! I am so glad this is not our Ronald McDonald's anymore, man. This shit's scary as hell. I would not want to buy it from McDonald's. This is the mascot.
And I'm not saying that simpler is bad every time, okay? Like, at least the
man.
aliens
Oh, so yeah, this is the new Ben 10.
in the Ben 10 reboot are actually possible.
Oh my god, this is the best redesign. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, I like the new Ben 10 redesigns. Look at this, bro. The last time I checked up on them, I prefer this one.
8-year-old kids to make fan art of, okay? Trying to work out how the fuck to draw Wildvine as a kid was definitely responsible for like half of my mental health issues. But as a 37-year-old balding depressed man, I'm old enough to have grown up exclusively with all of those like creepy ass British claymation shows that nowadays all have the exact—
Whoa! What have they done to Thomas's train? What is this? Who are you? I do not remember my goat looking like this.
exact same Cocomelon ass art style.
Woo! No. Who is this, bro? This is not Barney. Alright? I refuse to believe this is Barney, bro. Okay, now I'm really getting tight. Some of these redesigns are low-key getting onto me, bro. I didn't know I was this passionate about the old cartoons I used to watch.
Melanas art style where they sacrificed all of their aura to look like—
No! Winnie the Pooh! What'd they do to you? We gotta get a rip for him, man.
insurance mascots.
Dora! Oh, I can't go
The new
through
Bob
this.
the Builder looks like the before and after of taking 5 years of
Ew.
methamphetamine. But like, I don't know, maybe these all just look weird to me because I'm a grown-ass man and these don't affect me in any way, you know? Maybe the Zoomers who grew up on these ones will think I'm a fucking idiot. Because I like the Skylanders Spyro more than—
Oh, I do like this one too. I'm not gonna lie. I like the Skylanders Spyro more than the original.
the original, since that's the one I blew my entire life savings on as a kid. And this is the one that looks
Same.
weird to me, even though his head looks like it's been repeatedly caved in with a shovel. It's still a lot nicer than what Microsoft did to Conquer, okay? I'm always gonna prefer the midlife crisis Spider-Man face to
my
Teen Tom
God.
Holland because that's the one I sunk like 60 hours into. But then we
Yup.
look at movies, right? Which are doing the complete opposite, where for some reason, whenever they adapt literally anything with an already beloved design, they have to turn it into the most overcomplicated,
Ew.
unrecognizable homunculus. Like, you know, the American Godzilla taking the most iconic movie monster of all time and turning it into a T-Rex with bad posture, or basically any superhero costume from the 90s. Now, I bet you've been waiting for me to bring up the Sonic movie for like the 80th
Oh my God, I
video in a
forgot
row.
about
No,
the-
I'm gonna be nice this time, okay?
I did as forgot about this guy. Yeah, no. This is why we gotta bring back bullying. If we don't tell companies we don't want this, we're never gonna get this.
Because you know what I think is worse than that? Nothing. Fuck this shit. But easy second place goes to the Power
Oh my God,
Rangers
Power
movie.
Rangers.
That Megazord, look
Am I the only one who liked this?
fucking ass. Why would you take one of the most peak designs of all time and then just turn it into a dude? Okay.
Ew, what is that? There's not even colors. Okay, one thing I gotta say though, I really like how when they're making movies now, they're going back to how they would look. For example, like what's like a good example? Superman, the new Superman movie that's coming out. Instead of this Superman, he didn't have no belt. Wow, this suit really looks like shit. Now that I'm really thinking about it, this is what we should have gotten, man. You should have given the expandex. Now we have this. In my opinion, see, like we're going back to comic related stuff, and that's what I like. So that's one thing I like, is that now we're going back to the original. So if we do get another Power Rangers movie, hopefully we'll get some like the Megazord to look like this rather than some like this.
Okay, this pasta tastes like shit because there's no goddamn sauce. The designers they get for the Disney live action remakes gotta have like the easiest job in the entire world because all they have to do is like look up a PNG of an animal and then call it Sebastian. Look at what they did to my boy Flounder.
Oh!
Just a fish. This used to be a really big thing with superhero movies too, back when the Fox
Oh,
X-Men movies were
God.
terrified of primary colors and Galactus was a fart cloud. The first
Yeah.
attempt at Deadpool showed everyone that removing literally every single defining
Dude,
aspect
I
of the
forgot that was
character is
Deadpool.
surprisingly a really bad idea. There were a lot of choices made with the Jared Leto Joker, and not a single one of them was
Ew.
good. And I think maybe the only consistent thing about the last couple phases of the MCU was them competing to see which redesign can be the biggest.
Oh my God, I forgot I went to go see this movie with my dad. This was supposed to be a father and dad bonding time, so I had to apologize for taking him to this movie, man. Oh man, it was the worst.
Quality. MODOK went from this to a guy. The leader went from Green Megamind to a guy. Thor
Yo, that's what pissed me off, bro. The leader, this is what pissed me off. The green leader, this is what he should have looked like. I don't know if y'all saw this when the movie was coming out. This is what he was gonna look like. He was gonna have that big head. This is the closest we got to him. This is what he was gonna look like. Instead, we got this guy. That shit pissed me off. Another redesign that reminded me of that. Another redesign I had to complain about. Now, I don't complain much about like this. We have gotten where is he? There you go. We do have Goku here. Now we do have Goku. you know, he looks closer to this Super Saiyan 4. The only thing I'm complaining about this one though, like I love the hair. I love the hair. I love the little, well, you know, that everything else. I just don't like this part. It's something about this part. Actually, is this a concept art? I don't even think it's the actual. Is this how he actually looks? Oh yeah, no, it is. Okay, never mind then. So it is. See, like, here we go. It's something about like the arms. Other than that, I love it. Like, they could have done this. I love the original, bro. This one was tough, but in my opinion, this one is so much better.
Gore went from like maybe one of the sickest villain designs of all time to
I remember they
a guy.
butchered, bro.
I get like you can't just.
His name was supposed to be Gore the Butcher. He got butchered. I'm not gonna lie. He had the worst character ever.
Completely comic accurate with some of these, or that shit's gonna look goofy as fuck. Like, I think every Spider-Man movie's kind of crushed it with doing like a mix of their own thing while still being actually recognizable. Not you. Like, even in Detective Pikachu, where they basically kept everything exactly the same, still had to make everything overly detailed to the point that it like killed my childhood dream of wanting to be a trainer by making me afraid of every Pokemon in the movie.
Tongue.
Same shit with the Minecraft movie, okay? That first trailer dropping didn't give me the greatest first impression.
This is what I had to say about this one. They could have made it into an animated movie, and I feel like it would have done more numbers. Oh, actually, it may not even have done much numbers now that I think about it. Because I think the props to all the money that the Minecraft movie made. Wait, how much money did it make? Real quick, let's search this up. So it made $951 million. To most of it, I feel like it goes to the marketing. Because without the memes, like the chicken jockey memes, I don't think it would have reached this high amount of numbers. So now that I think about it, I think this was creatively planned. They knew that it was going to cause some controversy for making a live action. They knew grabbing all these characters was going to make some noise. They were going to have people complain. And on top of that, add the memes to it. Boom. Peak marketing right there.
When Steve was wearing this weird fucked up v-neck looking thing for some reason. But you know, after watching the movie, like honestly it wasn't that bad. Minecraft is like basically impossible to translate to live action without looking like a little cooked, so I think they honestly did like alright. They're all still kind of weird if you look at any of them for more than 2 seconds, but everything pretty much looks the same as the game, just with like the RTX filter turned on, which is actually still better than Sonic 06, where because they wanted people to take it seriously this time, they made the art direction more realistic, which basically amounted to just making
match good with the humans. What they gotta do is, if they're gonna make them human, make them animated too, not make the humans realistic.
Longer. And even with the game fighting for its life to mesh the aesthetics of like disturbingly realistic people with giant talking cartoon animals, somehow no one got it as bad as Eggman.
Oh my
Look at the top of his head.
But redesigns don't even have to be that radical of a change to piss people off, okay? Even just changing the shoes on the sexy M&M mascots was enough to cause Tucker Carlson to have a mental breakdown on live TV.
The green M&M, you will notice, is no longer wearing sexy boots.
No! What are we doing? Oh my god, yo, this shit. Why did they change his high heels? We can't have good shit anymore, man.
Now she's wearing sensible sneakers. That's the goal. When you're totally turned off...
Dude, I want to jerk off! Fuck, I want to jerk off!
You really had to be there when the new Lola Bunny in Space Jam 2 dropped, okay? That shit was like...
Oh, I remember this. I remember this, alright. If y'all don't remember, this is like before you get married. This is after you get married, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, you know what I'm saying? I'd still go. I'm just saying. This was where it's at.
9/11 for the furry community. I don't know about you guys, but I like change, okay? Unless it's to like global tariffs and my hairline. And so, you know, I would rather a completely dogshit redesign than everything just being exactly the same all the time.
Oh, I forgot about the
Okay, the new How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, the How to Train Your Dragon remake. How much? So the original made $494 million. How much is the remake doing right now? The live action adaptation of How to Train Your Dragon has earned... Whoa! So, okay. Globally, it made $772 million. Globally, though. That's globally. Just in America. And the opening date made $35 million. I can definitely say it's probably going to make the same amount as the first one. How did the other one... how much did the other one make globally? I feel like I hit like a billion. Yup. $2.2 billion. Jesus, man. Yeah, now that that How to Train Your Dragon movie. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And Stitch remakes are like borderline plagiarized, which is why they're both really boring and definitely gonna make like $1 billion.
See?
Donkey Kong in the new Mario Kart is a massive improvement for how he's looked for the last 5 console generations. Like he looks like he's my friend now, and not like he's been holding back 25 years of unspoken knowledge about Cranky Kong's hard drive. One of the coolest things about The Legend of Zelda is that Link looks different in literally every game.
Yeah, have you heard about the live action movie that they're looking to put to cast for?
And this man has never looked bad except that one time. My favorite example is always going to be the Transformers movies, even though not a single one of these even remotely resembles the thing they're meant to be.
About this, I don't really care because I grew up with Michael Bay's Transformers, you know what I'm saying? But I do like every change for every series, as long as they don't cook them too much. I can't have Bumblebee looking like a, I don't know, like a actual Bumblebee, you know what I'm saying?
Based on, and also single-handedly caused a mental health crisis for comic book artists. Unless we're talking about every single time they've tried to do Wheeljack, okay? Both the one from the 3rd movie and the one that looks like a walking nerd emoji, because your character shouldn't be so ugly that I'm celebrating when he gets domed, okay? Something I used to love about Transformers was how much they would change shit every time they put out a new show. Like, it made all of these different parts of the franchise.
This one's the peak one. If y'all didn't watch this around, y'all wasn't for it.
Feel like really distinct and unique. So naturally, they've like gone and made everything look exactly the same for like the last 10 years. Like the series they just put out a couple years ago, Earthspark, that no one watched, has like some of the sickest redesigns in the entire series for like 3 guys, and then the rest of the cast is still the exact same copy-pasted bullshit they've been putting out for the last 40 years. Okay, in saying that, okay. So they did the show in the 90s called Beast Wars. Beast Wars doesn't have a single bad design, okay? Every single one of these are bangers, except for whatever Guna they got to do Black Arachnia.
You're not gonna quit on me now, Bowser. Not when I've had my nails done and everything.
Boobies.
Then, when they did the sequel to it, Beast Machines, they decided to make the entire cast of the show look like spindly sleep paralysis demons. I dare you to try and name me a worse redesign than literally any of these, okay? You can't, because there isn't any. Don't you dare say Ash from Pokemon, okay? At least he actually looks like a...
Oh, I remember Ash from XYZ, bro. He looked way older in this one, so yeah, I could say he does look like a 12-year-old here. They give him an Omnitrix? What the hell? That's a
10-year-old now. If you want to complain about anything in that show, it should be about him progressively starving Pikachu to death for 150 seasons. I mean, sometimes it's just about art style, man. Like, I'm always going to think the classic Sonic designs are way better, except when they're in 3D. See? They look like fucking dog shit. As a PSA for any 40-year-olds watching this, first of all, I don't know how you got here, and second, please just cover your ears for a moment, because I think that all of the designs for the new She-Ra are like a million times better.
Oh, it is.
Because they actually look like different characters now, and not just the same person 15 times. Arcane was brave enough to ask the question, what if League of Legends designs were actually good? And Marvel Rivals just figured out that the secret to good character design is just to give everyone an ungodly amount of cake. Anyway, so yeah, that's about
Oh, there's some more pros. Now we can talk. Alright, guys. Well, that was about all for all the remakes. Let me know in the comments which ones I missed and which one you'd like to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I'm very interested in this. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe. And without further ado, I'm gonna go check out some more, guys. So see you guys in the next video.